teams always seem, Doris, to be in each other's way. How different is the atmosphere in a rivalry game like this one?
Yeah, Kev, we sense it on the sideline, don't we?
We do, yes.
You know, a little bit of an air of dislike, a growing discontent that you're constantly in each other's way. Rivalries are built when teams consistently meet when there is something on the line. And that is what has happened with these two. And I'll tell you, we get to sit back and enjoy it, Kevin.
When you played, Doris, were those the most fun games for you as a player?
No doubt. No doubt. You wanted to beat that team that was always standing in your way. So then in the summertime, you had a little bragging right.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. And it's Osman in at the small forward. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the first one drops. And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row. But last season, they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession. And that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
Smith's shot is good.
And for JR, it's that ability to stop on a dime that allows him that good a look at the basket.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Smith against Brown. Pass to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Over Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Smith against Brown. Pass to Sexton. And the shot goes in.
And the muscle of Sexton, outstanding at just working through the contact and finding a way to finish.
Back to Irving, and stolen by Sexton. And they're pushing it up. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Smith against Brown. Love kicks to Osman. 5 to shoot. Buries the corner 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that doing a good job defending the perimeter would get everything else going. He said, if we can get them off their spots and make them do things they're not used to, we'll have a very good chance. We'll see if they can execute that strategy, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. Now here's Love. Over Tatum. Here's Thompson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the middle. Here's Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice. How about the leap forward, guys, that Jaylen Brown took as a second-year player in the NBA? He improves across the board and becomes a mainstay of their rotation. And there's so much to like about his future, guys.
They get it back. Thompson passes to Love. Smith against Brown. Here's Thompson. Horford with the rebound. Doors with Brown, you knew he had the athleticism, and now we're seeing the skill.
Right, because Jaylen Brown has great work ethic and is putting in the time to develop every facet of his game. This guy strikes you as a young man who's got a very bright future on and off the floor.
Now here's Love after Gordon Hayward's miss. Love in the post. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jason Tatum. Kevin Love might not put up the same numbers Doris he once did in Minnesota, but he is just as deadly a player.
And Kevin, he told us specifically that he can hang his hat on the number of straight finals he has gone to. And listen, he has become more and more comfortable in Cleveland and a consistent star presence for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Well, a big man who can shoot free throws is so critical to a team because you can't get too physical with him. You can run your offense through him late game. Kevin Love brings so much to the table. And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Hill dishes to Love. They set the pick. Nance a screen. Love outside. Hill has the open look. And another miss by Cleveland.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Love with the screen on Smart. Gibson up top, guarded by Smart. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Zizic has checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Smart. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Here's Hill. 4-point game. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Stolen by Smart. There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. Horford gets the bucket.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
There's the pass to Zizic. Nance a screen. Cleveland moving it around.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And here's Smart. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Horford. Clock at 4. Good on the shot. Horford's got 8 points.
Well, that's just about sheer effort from Al Horford. The defense made their presence felt, but Horford utilizes his length.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. He said they go.
Our relationship started when I was in high school.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, and not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward, an all-star. Stevens has moved into the conversation for best coach in our league.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Horford. Rozier's out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Morris in at the 3-side. Channing Frye's checked in for Nance. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Picked by Horford. Here's Morris. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Now, kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. I'm not sure how he missed that one.
It's Hill on the wing. Rozier defending. 6 to shoot. Hill passes to Zizic. He's off on that one. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Well, you think about the Cleveland Cavaliers' journey last season. It was filled with so many ups and downs. They ultimately end up as the 4th seed, and it didn't matter. They still get to the NBA Finals.
Rozier against Hill. Here's Zizic. Tipped away. Stolen by Smart. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Some changes for Boston. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. Cleveland also making some changes. J.R. Smith's checked in for Korver. And it's Sexton in for George Hill. Picked by Horford. Down low, Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Irving's got his first 2 points. And, of course, Doris, the Cavs were the 4th seed last season, but still came out of the East.
Yeah, but, Kevin, it was clearly a team that had to adjust early in the year to the loss of Kyrie Irving. And then they had to readjust again with the reshuffling players at the trade deadline. Somehow it all comes together, and they secure a 4th straight trip to the NBA Finals. Incredible journey.
He kicks to Hayward. Horford with a screen on Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward passes to Horford. Irving for 3. Kept alive by Boston. Now Tatum. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. On its way from Hayward for 2. Misses the chippy right there.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now, here's Sexton, covered by Irving. And Fry kicks to Nwaba. Cleveland moving the ball around. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Irving.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Whatever he was trying to do, that's not his best look. He can get a better one.
It's hauled in by Fry.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
And when you talk about someone being thrown into the fire, Tatum called on early by the Celtics his rookie year.
That's right. With the injury to Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum was placed into a very prominent role. And how impressive was he with the poise and the polish throughout the year. Really incredible.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Kevin Love comes in for Channing Frye. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Clarkson in for David Nwaba. Here's Clarkson. Good on the 3-point shot. Clarkson's got 6 points.
Now give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Irving passes to Horford. Tatum with it. Picked up by Love. Tatum dishes to Hayward. Tatum setting the pick for Hayward. Trying to get back on track. He lays it in.
Don't you just love the craftiness that Gordon Hayward brings to the table? So good at sizing up the defense and finding different ways to score.
The screen from Thompson. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Back to Clarkson. Shoots over Brown. And he overshot that one, missing. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Outside Tatum. Picked by Horford. Here's Irving. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Wallace with it, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Morris comes in for Jason Tatum. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Hill, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now, here's Rozier. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Morris passes to Hayward. Morris with the screen for Hayward. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Well, Gordon Hayward knows how to get separation off a screen. His IQ is outstanding.
Clarkson kicks to Love. Over Morris. And no good trying to get that one. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Celtics up 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Al Horford had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 3 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high.
That about...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Smith and Osman are the wings. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. And it's Sexton in at the point guard position. Well, Doris, we've seen how much organizations set the tone, set the culture from the top on down. What common traits have you seen among successful team owners?
Well, boy, oh boy, so many, I think. Obviously, there has to be some level of financial commitment. You have to be willing to hire good talent. You have to be willing to hire coaches that you believe either developmentally are going to have a bright future, or if you're hiring an experienced coach with championship pedigree, are you willing to pay those types of positions? What is your commitment to the non-traditional aspects that we've seen take a more informed role in how decisions are made? What is your analytics department made up of? What is your nutrition, your strength and conditioning, your training program? Are you hiring top-level professionals across the board? And then to me, it's always about, there's a great quote that says, any organization is defined by the worst behavior tolerated at the top of the leadership position.
Here's Love. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Down low, cuts off the pass. To the middle, here's Smith. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you really like to see Smith go to work inside there, always looking to expand on his game.
Brown with the screen on Thompson. Irving for 3. And it's Osman with the rebound.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
It's a pick by Love. 6 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, the screen doing its job to perfection. One of the oldest plays in the book and still one of the best.
Irving passes to Horford. Outside Tatum. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Looking at the numbers for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he played outstanding. Checking in at about 24 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. David Waba's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Corver in for J.R. Smith. Sexton's shot is good.
I think Tyronn Lue as a coach, one of the best qualities he has is his ability to manage the stars. Boy, has he done a great job of blending talent in Cleveland.
Horford kicks to Tatum. Hayward on the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Sexton. Takes the three. And another three for Cleveland. And Doris for Ty Lue. He keeps the peace by keeping things fresh and new for his team.
Well, I like that last year he took the team to wine country in Napa in the middle of the season. Boy, that's a great way to bond as a team and break up the routine. Just one trick he's used to keep players at ease.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
And they're moving it up. Here's Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
1:51 left in the third. Waba kicks to Sexton. Inside. It's tipped. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games, when it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes. I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
Here's Rozier. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. Guard Terry Rozier, a fantastic spark plug off the bench for this team, Doris.
Well, the reality to me is Terry Rozier is a good enough player to be a starter in the NBA, but that ability to create instant offense, really special.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Rozier. And last year, the Celtics appearing in the Eastern Conference Finals for a 35th season.
Simply incredible, Kevin. The most in the East by far. The Sixers and Pistons are a distant second and third. And the way this front office has constructed this roster, expect that total to rise in the coming years.
And he makes both free throws. 1:32 left to play in the third. Corver against Hayward. They set the screen. Corver passes to Clarkson. A three-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
To the inside. Smart. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got his second basket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Clarkson kicks to Zizic. There's the dish to Korver. Cleveland moving it around. Man's a screen. Here's Clarkson. Drops it in from 11 feet. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Well, pick your poison. Jordan Clarkson is proficient in the pick and roll game, and he's basically saying, what do you want to give me? I'm going to take advantage.
Outside, Smart. Back to Hayward. Shoots over Korver. Again, the Celtics good for 2. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Clarkson passes to Zizic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And here is Rozier. Here is Hayward. Back to Rozier. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Celtics as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. And it's Love missing.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And it's Rozier that time on the assist by Brown. Rozier's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. Clarkson kicks to Smith. Outside Hill. It's a pick by Love. Hill using the pick. That one off the back iron and out. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Rozier. Back to Hayward. Brown outside. To the inside. Horford. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, how about the strength of Horford? It allows him to finish the play, and he'll get one more.
And Cleveland making a change here. Osman's checked in. Doris, great to see Gordon Hayward out there fully recovered from his injury.
You know, Kev, after watching that injury happen, you had to wonder if he'd ever play again. So how wonderful to see Gordon Hayward just step between the lines and compete.
Yeah, he's always been a force inside. Love is a master on that low block, and there aren't many teams that have figured out a way to stop him.
There's Brown with the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rozier against Hill. It's a pick by Love. Shot clock at 5. Hill passes to Osman. Cavaliers working now with a fresh shot clock. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Here's Rozier, and Thompson sends it back. But they'll get another chance. Picked by Horford. Hayward kicks to Rozier. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Hawks, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Here's Osman, defended by Hayward. It's a pick by Love. Hill, no good. Celtics leading by 3. Brown outside. Rozier against Hill. Rozier kicks to Hayward. The screen from Brown. Boston needs to get off a shot. Horford gets the bucket.
Oh, you have to love Al Horford, prepared to deliver in the important moments.
Love right side. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out to Smith. Love with the screen for Smith. Great look, but off the mark. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And it's Brown missing.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
Love outside. It's back to Hill. Bangs home the trifecta.
No, the veteran George Hill continues to be masterful in these situations. He's such a great option to shoot it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 2. 1:58 left in the fourth. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. That speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Thompson, a screen on Irving. Back to Osman. Over Hayward. And it's Osman missing. Boston leading by 4. Outside Tatum. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the former number 3 pick in the 2017 draft, Jason Tatum, has been nothing short of amazing as a young gun in this league. What a star on the rise.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, very productive trip to the line that time, and they're sitting on a nice lead now.
Sexton kicks to Love. Dishes it to Sexton for the 3. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big shot player. Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
Down low. He's against Smith. Smith with the defensive effort. And here's Cleveland. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Sexton. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Hayward dishes to Irving. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're behind by 3. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so